Part 2. First, as we will quickly realize, and by design, they believed, just like I do, all of their nations were birthed by the gods, with full genealogy and all. And the second thing, through their own history, and right out of a Lord of the Rings movie, they believed the original Gentiles, not themselves, but the original Gentiles, were made from rocks and trees. Check it out. According to Wikipedia, under Autochthon, ancient Greece. That's Autochthon, ancient Greece. Listen closely. Quote, Autochthon, from ancient Greek, meaning people sprung from earth itself, means the original inhabitants of a country as opposed to settlers, and those of their descendants who kept themselves free from an admixture of foreign peoples. Now, listen to this one. In mythology, Autochthons are those mortals who have sprung from the soil, rocks, and trees. They are rooted and belong to the land eternally. Stop. Bingo. As though they are under the white hand of Sauron themselves. Let's continue, please. Under tribes of historiography. I'm going to cut to the chase. In Herodotus, Herodotus, you know who I'm talking about. Listen closely. Listen to what he says. 7 tribes inhabit the Peloponnese. Peloponnese. Those are the ancient, before the Greeks got there. That's what they want to say. This is a time before the Greeks got to the islands of Rhodes and Greek islands. They know that they're very brand new. We're going to get to all of that. They know they just came on the scene. Yeah. They don't have a problem telling you that, you know. But let's continue. Personal quote. 7 tribes inhabit the P word. 2 of these are Autochthonous and are now settled in the land where they lived in the old days. The Arcadians and the Cynurians. Listen up, listen up. 4 nations and no more, as far as we know, inhabit Libya, 2 of which are Autochthonous, and 2 are not. The Libyans in the north, and the Ethiopians in the south of Libya. The Phoenicians and Greeks are later settlers. Then, a long time afterwards, the Karens were driven from the islands by Dorians and Ionians, and so came to the mainland. This is the Cretan story about the Karens, but the Karens themselves do not subscribe to it, but believe that they are Autochthonous inhabitants of the mainland and always bore the name which they bear now. Example, bingo. So as you can see, clone people of all sorts in Libya and Ethiopia, etc., which backs up our earlier information, doesn't it? Yep. Even though we will eventually get to each and every one of these nations mentioned in these videos, for they all have a very interesting story to tell, I want to stay on point in my quest in proving the scriptures. So saying that, according to Wikipedia under Telchines, quote, in Greek mythology, the T word were the original inhabitants of the island of Rhodes and were known in Crete and Cyprus. Example. Okay, so the original people of Rhodes were also known in Crete and Cyprus. Notice, they know that these are not Greeks, right? You notice that? They don't mind telling you that the original inhabitants are, no, they're not Greeks. But let's continue. Let's continue. Okay, so the original people of Rhodes were known in Crete and Cyprus. Okay, listen to this. According to Wikipedia under Homer, y'all know who he is. I'm going to cut to the chase. Quote, there is a land called Crete in the midst of the wine dark sea, a fair, rich land begirt with water, and therein are many men, past counting, and 90 cities. They have not all the same speech, but their tongues are mixed. Example, bingo. What are the odds the exact same business model the scriptures attest is Nineveh's MO, and it not being Nineveh? Mind you now, the original Rhodeans were not Greek, but commandeered some of the islands of the Greeks to do their business. I will prove this throughout this series, but if you just can't wait to buck on me now, notice the scriptures were clear in letting us know everything Greek was already talked about when it said, quote, Greece, both the whole world and the adjacent coast. I mean, the whole world does mean the whole world, right? So there is no way in Hades the Rhodanians, who were talked about after the statement of the whole world, can actually be the Greeks also. It would be redundant, sort of like scriptural double dipping. No, the Rhodanians hid under the banner of the Greeks and used their islands to replicate the different Greek men. In fact, check this out.